What's the dumbest thing you've ever heard someone say with absolute confidence? 1. When I was in high school, the science teacher taught the class that a kilometer was longer than a mile. Figured it was just a mistake, so I said, I think she accidentally said that backwards. She doubled down and said, she went to college, so she's smarter than me. Showed her the Google result and she said she knows more than Google because she went to college. Tried to reason it with her and said, so you know how when you're driving, your car has a kilometer per hour and a mile per hour, and the kilometer per hour number is higher than the mile per hour at the same speed? Doesn't that imply that the kilometer per hour is a smaller distance, since you travel more of them per hour? No, the kilometer per hour is higher because it's longer, so you need to drive more of them to go the same speed. The next day she told me she looked it up at home and I was right. But she never corrected the class and for the rest of the year continued to tell them that a kilometer was longer than a mile. And everybody believed her. 2. One of the reasons I left teaching is because I was working with a student after school for an extra math session. He told me that half of 50 is 0. I thought I had misheard him, so I asked him to repeat it and he said, half of 50 is 0, right? I corrected him and moved on. Later in the teacher's lounge, another math teacher told me. I know exactly what he did. He split the number in half vertically. Half of 50 is 5 and the other half is 0. That was when I knew I had to leave teaching. For a while, there was no way I was able to think like that. And I felt like I could not help my students anymore. 3. That scientists were dumb for changing their opinion when new facts presented themselves. 4. I once had to convince a 32-year-old that we're floating in space. He thought we were sat on some kind of stand or something, I don't even know. 5. That non-identical twins were called nocturnal twins and caused an 18-month-long pregnancy. 6. My cousin thought Australia, we're in England, is at least 2 days in front of us. So thought he could travel, watch the cricket and call home to tell us the results and bet without losing. Took nearly an hour to explain his errors in the 24-hour clock. 7. When NASA said they had found signs of water on Mars, my friend literally thought it was actual signs saying water this way. 8. That I had to write a different birth date on my account application because there is no February 29th. 9. Neighbor said, too bad your solar panels will be making less electricity now that daylight savings time has ended. 10. At a petting zoo child pointing at animal, what's that, mom? It's a deer. You can tell by the ears it was a kangaroo.